Hi, my name is Jamie Hook, and today I'm going to show you how to fix your modeling chocolate disasters. You know how everyone says how easy it is to overwork your modeling chocolate, and how if you stir it too many times, it's going to become oily and greasy and you just can't recover it after? You got to throw it away, waste chocolate, whatever. You actually can fix it, and it's really easy. All you need is a wooden spoon and an empty bowl. So I'm starting with the basic recipe of 1 pound white chocolate to half a cup of corn syrup. I've melted the white chocolate in the microwave. I've warmed up the corn syrup like everyone tells you to. And I'm just going to add the two together and stir. So your regular recipes will tell you to stir until it's just incorporated, that the corn syrup is so that you just don't see the streaks anymore and it's just right. So I'm just mixing it just lightly around the bowl, not too vigorously. See, all the streaks are almost gone. I'm going to give it 2 more stirs, maybe 3, maybe 4, I don't know, until it's all gone. Just kind of give it 1 more here. And this is the point where they tell you to stop. At this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take half of it, put it aside so we can do a comparison later on. Okay. Flatten it out into a disc, put it aside, forget about it. Then I'm going to take this other remaining bit, and I'm just going to stir it vigorously. And stir it until, well, I'm just doing what everybody tells you not to do. So the more I stir it, the more crumbly and disgusting it's getting. It's not really looking like modeling chocolate anymore. It's kind of looking like a greasy, oily, crumbly mess. I can take this, and it's not really coming together very much. I'm going to squeeze it. All the oils are coming out. It's kind of nasty. You really don't want to work with this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop stirring, and I'm actually going to put it back into the microwave for maybe 20-30 seconds. So I've put this back into the microwave now for about 3 20-second blasts. You're going to find that depending on the type of chocolate you work, the time of the microwaving is different. See all this nasty oil stuff that's coming out? This is what you want to force out. The more you work with it, the more oils that come out of it. And this is what's hindering your chocolate from coming back together into the form of modeling chocolate. So I'm just going to give it a few stirs just to see if I can force even more oil out of it. The more you work it at this point, the more oily and gunky it becomes. It's almost like working with melted butter. It's actually pretty disgusting if you really think about it. But what we're trying to do is just get all the solids back in while forcing all of the oils to come out. So at this point, what you may want to do is you might want to strain it. So I'm just going to strain off some of the oils, just as much of it as I can. Okay. Again. Just give it another couple stirs. And I'm just agitating it, just kind of breaking it down a little bit, just forcing as much of the oil out as possible. And it takes work, it takes time. It's not a pretty process. Just gonna strain it some more. Okay. Force out as much of it as possible. And this time, I'm going to put it into our clean bowl. Okay. So what we're doing now is we're actually trying to emulsify the oils back into the chocolate. We're trying to work it in a way where it pulls at the structure of the chocolate, and the oils become combined into the modeling chocolate again. And the reason why I have a clean bowl is just because I don't want to deal with all the leftover oils and crap and crud in the other bowl. So all you have to do is just keep pulling and lifting. See how nice and stretchy it gets? So every time I do this, I'm just trying to get a little bit of height on it. Just let the weight of the chocolate do it. Otherwise, you're going to end up working your arms to death. And sometimes, depending on how oily it is, depending on the type of chocolate you use, you might want to blot. Today, I'm going to try not to blot. So you can see how it's become really nice and stretchy. When I lift it up, it's coming down in one long piece. This is the consistency that you're looking for. It's almost like pulling taffy. So you can also see that the shine is kind of gone. A lot of the oils have gone back in. And it's a great consistency at which, once it cures overnight, it's going to be great to work with. So at this point, I'm just going to put it aside, wrap it up with saran wrap, let it cure overnight, and we'll see how it goes tomorrow. So now we can compare the two methods, the regular method and the, oh my god, I've wrecked it, now I'm trying to recover it method. I've taped it just so that we know which one's which. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to open up the two. And you can see that visually they're fairly close. There isn't a lot more oily shine on either one of them. The color is about the same, and it's not until you actually start working with it and you kind of realize that by forcing out all of the oils, what you've done is you've actually made the modeling chocolate a little bit stronger. So I'm just going to take, this one is the one that we've reworked. Okay. Just going to knead that one. This is the original recipe. And you can see that it kind of comes apart a little bit when you first start kneading it. You really have to work it to bring it back together. This one, it came together fairly quickly. Okay. Just going to keep kneading. And eventually, when I put them side by side, they're virtually identical. Okay. If I try spreading it out, you can see that they pulled just as much as the other, and they come back together just as well. So there you have it. How to ruin your modeling chocolate and how to fix it right after that.